Good evening, welcome once again to the Torah Delights podcast. I hope everyone's well. I wish you full Shalom to those who aren't, and the podcast should have been a zchus for all those people. May we only hear B'Suras Tovas, Korov. As always, we're learning from B'Omar parsha, which is the torahs brought down by Meilech Biederman. It's well known that Meilech has a special affinity to Meron. It's passed down from generations from the Lelev Rebbes. They have a special affiliation, a lot of Rebbes do, and Meilech spends a lot of time in Meron when he can. And we're going to talk about the Indian of Lag B'Omer and Rishon B'Yechai, and what a little bit more understanding of the day and why it's so special. So we start off with that Eis Rotzen Hayom Lonu Yoimed Rishon B'Yechai. Yom Lag B'Omer, the day of Lag B'Omer, Yom Kodesh V'Noirahu, is a Kodesh V'Noirah, is an unbelievably holy day. Hameh B'Omer Mufla Rumala, has a special light to it. V'Yomei Shel Rishon B'Yechai, it's known as the day of Rishon B'Yechai, even though it's the yort site from Rishon B'Yechai. Normally we don't celebrate yort site. It's a day of Simcha. I'm going to explain this. Kamoshu Atzma Oma Be'idra. Rishon B'Yechai himself said in the Zohar, K'shegila Seidus HaTorah B'Yom Tov Zerosai, when the Torah is the Seidus, the secrets of the Torah will be revealed B'Yom P'Teros on the day of his passing. But says a Chama, and the sun will stop Shelo Tishka, that in order that it shouldn't set. It happened a few times in history, and this is one of the times Reb Shimon writes on that day when he was going to pass away. He was Megala. So this, I'm not sure the chronology if he wrote it. The Idra, I think he wrote it, but not even before he passed away. So I suppose this is writing what will happen. I don't know chronology, but this is what he's saying, that also it's a chama, that when on the day that Rav Shimon passed away, the sun stopped, Shelo Tishka, that shouldn't set, until he was able to finish Legalis as Kolasoidus, in order to reveal Rishon B'Yechai, revealed the secrets of the Torah, the Zohar, the hidden secrets of the Torah, and there's a lot of it. So it wasn't enough in the day. So the nace happened that the sun stopped. Koloshan Hazoya, maybe the Idra wasn't with Rav Shimon, I'm not sure. I should know. I apologize. I need to check that up. If it was someone else wrote it or Shimon wrote it, I'm not sure. But he writes about this Koloshan Hazoya, and he writes in Loshan Hazoya, I suppose, sorry, the Talmidim wrote that Shimon said the Zohar, and the Talmidim wrote. I suppose the Talmidim wrote down the Zohar because he revealed it on the day when he passed away. So the Talmidim must have written it down. It's the Torahs of Shimon B'Yechai revealed on the day of Spatira. And he says, this day, what does that mean? This day won't be separated from us. The Ha Kol Yom V'Shusakaima Kol Yom Hu Shali. Shimon himself writes that this day of his Patira, which is the day of Lag B'Omer, is his day. Yom Shalihu. B'Yom Niftuchim. What happens on this? What's special on this day? Listen, that's here about Niftuchim Kol Shari Rakia. All the Shari Rakia, the gates in heaven are open. Laharik Aleinu. They're empty to us. To fill it up. Shefa Ad B'Lidai. Laharik Aleinu, to throw on us. All the shefa ad belidai, all the shefa, the gates are open to laharik alein shefa ad belidai. V'remes the dava. What's the remes? That this is a day of shefa and bracha from the zchus of Reb Shimon. It says yushpa shefa rav l'chol ha'olamos, and that's the Rosh Hashanah of Reb Shimon or Rashbi. And he says weiter, the eina dvarim omorim rak aloisa hayom ba'osa shona. These things that he writes of the zchus of that day is al oisa hayom ba'osa shona. Oh, but ein, sorry, I'm outside and my brain's a bit frazzled. I'm sorry, just bear with me. He says the ein had devarim omer. Person might think, okay, maybe it will happen that year. That was the schus. He says the ein had devarim rakal oisa yom b'osa shana. That the schus of Rav Shimon and the Torah they learned and the Megal of the Seidus of Torah, and the Shimon himself saying what a special day is, wasn't only applicable to that day. Every year in, year out, is the Yom of the day of Rav Shimon B'Yechai. Kedum Amri Rav Shimon. It's known, the famous Mama of Reb Shimon, and brought down in Sukkah Mem Hei on the base. Yochel Ani Lifta is Kol Oilan Kol Oimanadin. Reb Shimon exalted himself. He says, I am able to pata. I'm able to exempt the whole world from din, from strictness, strict punishment. B'Omer Sedra Emor, and Tzadikim say the Sifrei Tzadik in Lag B'Omar Aleph Shad Shuv Ma'asham Akdoma Akdoma Shulchol Shana V'Yom Lula. Every day, every year, on the Yom Lula, on the day of the Yotzar of Shim Bayachai, who Oimed, Reb Shimon stands, who Meilech Toiv Abnei Yisrael, and he seeks out good for Klal Yisrael, in ways Lapochim Manadin, to potter them from harsh judgment. And Mavatal is Kol Gezeres, and he's Mavatal all the Gezeres. The Chei Nishma V'Akoyim U'Aris Reb Shimon, he writes, and this was also heard from the cave of Reb Shimon, the Eisher Nichnas Mitosai. This is one idea, is why we have fire. Why do we have fire like B'Omar? When Shimon came out, when his mitzvah was entered into Moran, to the place of his resting place, it was B'Lav Eish, with this fiery furnace, to show his place, Moran, Zeish Marish Orad Magis Mlochte Kamapotron. And it was a fire to show the burial place of Rishon where it should be. And this is why one of the reasons why we have a fire. We see that the Sforim bring down all the nishkotim, all the matrigim, all the accusers of court, Mavatlin Kadadin, all the din, the harsh laws, the harsh decrees are announced b'schusay to Rabbi Shimon and the schusay Rabbi Shimon. So he writes weiter, Ki Kodesh Hayoim Ladineinu Toikev Kedushas Hayoim. He writes further on the holiness of the day of Lag B'Omar. Rabbi Sarichu B'Sifra Kod Mamalad. Many write in the miles of the Yotzar of Rabbi Shimon. Ki Noir B'Omar. It's indescribable. Ad Shefligu B'Omar, they said, Ki Kedushas Hayoim Shel Lag B'Omar Hu Ke'ein Kedushas Yom Kippur. The day of Lag B'Omar is like Kedusha, the holiness of Yom Kippur, Le'ini Mechilas or Avoinus, at the highest Nafshus Yisrael, comparison to the Mechilas as a day of forgiveness and to purify the Nefoshes of Yisrael, Mekol Chet, from all sin. V'chein Omar Rabbi Shua Makaminka, to the Shin of Arov, the Indian Yom Kippur, what's the Indian Yom Kippur? The Aaron HaKohen who bechinas Hoid. Aaron HaKohen is bechinas of Hoid. Nichnas the Kodesh Kedoshim, he enters in the Kodesh Kedoshim. Shehu af bechinas Hoid. Hoid is beauty, and there's more meaning behind it. The side is the meaning behind it. But Hoid means beauty, and Kodesh Kedoshim is described as Hoid. Aaron is described as Hoid. But Hachinami in her also like B'Omar Misoyre bechinas Hoid Shabahoid. It's when we say Tzvis Omer, everyone's got a mention. Everyone's got a reference, and Lag B'Omar is called Hoid Shabahoid. Haina Hach. It's the same thing. That's the remiss of Yom Kippur to Lag B'Omar. It's possible to achieve Yeshus like in Yom Kippur. Ka'ain Zed, and some Sefer writes, again, I'm not sure what it means. I read out the Heilige Wort and the Chassam Sofer that the midah of Hoid Shabahoid is bechinas Keser. Masoret Eis Rotzen, that causes Eis Rotzen a time of forgiveness from Hashem. Shenigla Kodesh Baruch Hu Yisrael Beis Matan Torah Kazokan Mole Rachamim. It's like when a bunch of them appeared to Yidden Matan Torah like a Kazokan Mole Rachamim. It was full of mercy. Remes was there, and the first night that Lamed Gimel from Gematria Zokin who rots in Elian Bechinas in Kippur. So it's another idea of the connection between Lag B'Omar, of a day of Mechilas Kaparas and Avoinus, and Lag B'Omar. I just want to say, he brings down from the Heilige Beis Aaron, I probably say it every year, I don't know if I did a podcast last year, it's the only Beis Aaron that I know by heart. The Heilige Beis Aaron says, listen to this, Rabbi Yisrael. The Beis Aaron brings down, Mi sheyesh la'emunah b'Reb Shimon b'Yochai. Anyone who has emunah, trust in Reb Shimon b'Yochai, yesh a chizuk, he will get a chizuk. He will be strengthened by Reb Shimon b'Yochai. Kishein shal Kodesh Baruch Hu l'Koil. This lies that the Eibishter, the Bon Shalom, is Hashem to everyone. Kach Reb Shimon who Rashbi l'Koil. Afila the Bechosim. That's so it is. Rav Shimon is to everyone. I feel it because even for the Nishta Groisa Sadiqim, Rav Shimon is there for them. Behind him, he says, everyone B'nei Yisrael, every person, wherever he is, and whatever situation he's found, Yesh Chizuk, he gets a strengthened, Yesh Chizuk Godel, he gets a great strength, from the strength and the light of Rav Shimon Bechai. Befrat, and how does he achieve this? Befrat Imi Kaim is to chilas divrei Beisaron. In order to get chizn, to get this chizn of Rav Shimon, Mishi Yesh Emunah Rav Shimon Bechai. You've got to believe in Yamin B'Koicha Rav Shimon Bechai. You've got to believe in the chus of the Heilige Tana of Shimon Bechai. That's why we see, and I had this chus myself on many occasions, and we should be zeich on many occasions more to go to Moran, Lag B'Omer, Mizet the I mentioned. I remember coming back once, I think I went early, I think it was Motzei Shabbos, and I went to Moran. I think I left relatively early, 1 o'clock in the morning. I left from Moran 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's still thousands and hundreds and thousands of people still coming, and it attracts, and it's not for nothing that it attracts so many people. It's not for the free food and all the. It's the chusser of Shimon Bechai. Heim b'chalal v'yamin. You've got to believe in the koichas of Shimon. Heim b'chaim b'prat b'hay yom on this day. But toikav kedushas yom lag b'omer kedushu ladinein. Got to believe this is Rav Shimon's heilige yid and day is heilige. The B'Omar Sedra, and this by doing this he fulfills the will of Rav Shimon Bechai. Should nismach kelon b'simchas rabbi. We say that we should all be freilich tezama. You should shefa rab. And this is listen to Rabbi say. V'af misha ein zoichel alas dirois b'asa kedusha meron. Like the this year, most people will not be zeicha to go to Moran. And it should be passed quickly, and we should all be zeicha to go to Moran and Eretz Yisrael, and Mashiach should come soon. But even the Yidden who live in Eretz Yisrael, this year are not zeicha, most of them, or to go to Moran. Nonetheless, Zuk the Heilige Meilech, even someone who isn't Zoicha to go and to be by the Asur Kedisha, be by Rav Shimon and Moran, he's got a koyach to be able to pile, to work, to do, to achieve any place he's found. Great is the kedusha of the day for our master, like the kabel that the Shimon will take our tefillahs to Shemaim, the kabel tefillah seinu lishmesh of seinu, and he'll hear our cries b'zchus Rav Shimon. And b'zchus Rav Shimon, he will bring our tefillahs up to the B'Omar Sedra. Kamosh Omer Rav Shimon be'idra. Rav Shimon writes be'idra. Sheyom zeh b'rishusah. This day is his day. The kol yom b'rishusah kaima. Kol yom b'rishusi kaima. The whole day b'rishusi kaima. It's my day. I can work for the Yidden, I can achieve for the Yidden. And that's brought down in parsha Zinoi in the Israel. Any place in the world where Yidden are found, B'Yom of Shimon on the day of Shimon, and that works wherever person is. He's in Australia, he's in England, Manchester, wherever he is in the world, the chusser of Shimon will pile for him, work for him. It doesn't have to be by Moran. The Shimon himself said, "B'sukkah and sukkah memhel base yochal ani liftos kol ha'olam kol. I am able to pater, to exempt the whole world, minadin, from punishment, from structure and justice. Af misha ein nimsu esla, even someone who's not found him. Oid omru." We know the famous saying from Shimon. We find a lot in the Gemara, and brings it possibly the first time in Pesachim non Amor on base. I think it was in Shabbos as well, but okay, I don't know. Kedaihu Rav Shimon lismach olav b'shas b'chak is I think in Shabbos. This is a different saying. Kedaihu Rav Shimon lismach olav. It's kedai for Rav Shimon to rely on him. Vein b'fona, vein shlo b'fona. Can philosopher Rav Shimon whether in front or not from. And we find that many tzaddikim in Huan, in Moran, on this day were able to achieve great things. Even though that they were very far from Tovkaf Patsois and Mokom Eish Lahavas Shalhavas. And how do we achieve this as well? But sing the songs. if he says, if we learn the torahs of Rav Shimon, if we learn the ma'amorim of Rav Shimon v'yachai, which are spread out through Shas, oy b'zay or neshaya kodesh, ki b'zay nechshiv lahem hishtachtus al hatzion manch. This is like learning the torahs of Rav Shimon is like being in that cave, and it achieves the same thing. And that's brought down from the Me'ana and Yismach Leiv, Masechah Shabbos, and Ba'alomid Ma'amri Rav Shimon Nasa Mitamido. He says that a person learns. I think it's brought on Pekov is someone who learns. It's like a Talmud. So we learn if you want to become a Talmud Rav Shimon V'Chan, who wouldn't want to be? We learn the Mamorim and the sayings of Rav Shimon V'Chai. We can be zeicha to all the goodness from that day and tap into the greatness of the Lag B'Omer, the greatness of Rav Shimon, become a Talmud of Rav Shimon B'Chai. I wish you all a wonderful Shabbos, a safe Shabbos. Be well, stay well, keep your families well, and thank you for listening. Please pass on to anyone you might find of interest. Torah Podcast Delights at gmail.com. I don't get much response in emails. If you just write to me, say if you like the podcast, if you don't like it, then it'll be good chizuk for me. I wish you a good Shabbos and take care of all of you.